with what Thandeka said when she wears many hats, but sometimes you have to prioritize and think to yourself, which of these hats or which of these roles need me the most right now in this season. You know, for the longest time, I've tried to keep consistency of all things at the same time, and it's not possible because there's still you that you need to take care of. So when she said that she focuses on what needs time right now, I felt that right now I am concentrating on myself and magnificent. Yes, there's sustainable runway and there's the minimalist table where I get to be a foodie, but right now I don't feel like that this is its season. When it is a season for a particular thing or particular role, you feel it in your soul that I am doing what I should be doing right now.
Yeah, it's like this visceral conviction that you have.
Yeah,
I actually want to bring something like on the side there, and there's this, I feel like for me personally, I'm experiencing a season of being maternal. I mean, I know I'm destined to have kids one day, whether they're adopted or my own, like I'm destined to have kids. And being maternal is not just about looking after someone else, it's also about looking after yourself. I said it earlier, but I love how you guys integrate this, you know, the personal side to your professional side. You're a sister both in your personal capacity and in your professional capacity. You're both mothers in your personal capacities and professional capacities. And I think that's the beauty of being a female creative, which we totally need more of.
You know, it follows you everywhere. You can't leave it. And you're taking your female body to work. Well, trust and believe that maternal instinct is gonna go with you to work. It's gonna come with you to work. You know?
Yeah.
So like, and also the sermon that Thandeka shared, where she said that, Thandeka, say it with me, where she shared
balance.
Yeah, the balance. You can't have everything aligned at the same go, at the same frequency. And I don't know if it's the artistic creative industry thing where you feel like you have to like be a jack of all trades. You can't like not be consistent on the other one, because someone's going to come in and boot you over and take that spot because you were too busy, you know, concentrating on the other thing.
And what you're saying, Kirsten, about the fact that we bring in all different parts of who we are into these questions, I think for me, I had to start doing that because it makes you realize that you're not a one-sided person, you know?
Yeah.
My
100%.
family life forms my art, and my art informs how I interact with people on my daily basis. If I can't find a way to bring those two things together, they'll never actually come together. And sometimes, you know, it's so interesting when you're with your family and you're like, you guys don't know the side of me, like this artsy, whatever side of me. But whose responsibility is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, whose responsibility is it to show them this other side of you? You're with your artsy friends and your industry people, and they don't know that sometimes you are just quiet and you are just like something completely different. But like, it's your responsibility, I think, as an artist to be able to navigate between the two worlds, but also merge the two worlds, because we both inform and inform who you are and inform what you do in both spaces. As women, we kind of find ourselves trying not to do that. We try and like, oh, I can't show that I'm a nurturer, or like I care. But that's like intrinsically who I am. And if I can't show that here, then this space doesn't want me, and I don't want to be in a space that can't have all of me, you know?
How boring our interviews would be. Like where you have a journalist and they're like, well, tell me about yourself, and you're like, I don't want to talk about that, can you just talk about the work?
So no one can really trust you, hey? No one can really trust you.
I want to bring my life into my work.
Me too. I actually have a question on that point. What is your solution to remedying this expectation that you have to be consistent with each hat that you wear in artistic society?
I had to tell myself, or you out there need to tell yourself that when you feel like you can't give, we're not gonna always have ideas or have these big, show-stopping, whatever ideas. If it's not coming to you, leave it alone. You'll go back to it. Someone else might look at you and be thinking, oh my gosh, you're wasting your talent, you're doing whatever. Your season's going to come. Like Thandeka said, just remind yourself that this is not maths. You don't put 1 + 1 = 2. Being creative is work. Like, it has to come to you, and if it's not coming, don't force it, and don't feel bad about it as well.
As I'm hearing your response, I'm just hearing this and feeling like as artists we almost have a bit of a privilege to be able to put things on pause. And I often compare an artistic life to a more corporate life. I'm surrounded by corporates a lot, some of my friends, but especially my family. Staying with my family at the moment has influenced okay, how do I manage this in a corporate capacity, a corporate approach or manner? Can mess with you, and you just need to get back to your artistic self. You know that you went into arts for a reason, and you know that you have that privilege of being able to put something on hold. So do that. What do you have to say to that, Thandeka?
I definitely agree with what you guys are saying. But another thing that I think is also important is not to ignore the hats. It's beautiful that you have all these different hats, and don't ignore the fact that you have them. And also, it doesn't mean that the others are being completely paused. It might mean that they're slower, that they're just going at a slower pace than everything else. But and also the nice thing about it is all these different hats, they sort of feed into each other anyways. So it's also that's also very nice, because one time you're like, oh, okay, I can't be busy with this. You think about, you do the other thing, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I finally have it. And you go back there and it helps.
100%. I hope you guys feel healed a bit.
I feel amazing. I'm happy I met Thandeka.
Yeah, I'm happy I met you too.
So happy you guys met each other, and this was so much fun. I just love the beauty of all the guests on this show experiencing their true self. It's just amazing how it unravels. I am a mother, I'm a sister, I'm a friend wherever I go, and that's a fact. And that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Don't you know